What's this kid? What you did it again, man? You running around with the kitten litter stuck on your feet, man? Come on, cuz. I ain't never seen that in my life, man. And I don't even put that much in your box, bro. What are you doing? Man, I'm gonna crunch, crunch, crunch. Come on, man. I'm sorry, dogs are cleaner than cats, man. I don't care what anybody say. But they lick their ass. No, that don't mean shit. Dogs is cleaner than cats. Maybe he's just still young. I don't know. Huh. Oh, that's like your morning coffee? You going right to the old poopy box, huh? Roger that, bro. I'm glad you slept in the other room last night instead of this morning. I mean, instead of right between my damn legs. That just don't make no sense sometimes. Had me want to cramp up. Thank goodness I sleep on my back most of the time. Get this cinnamon mixed in. Ooh, child. Man. I need this. I should put some maple syrup in here. Oh, that's still good. Hey, what's going on, y'all? Well, welcome to a brand new morning. So first I want to say I had a wonderful time. Even got some little, for puppies and kittens, little treats the kids make, the Navajo kids make. They just learned it. They probably learned it at school from somebody else. But yeah, I only gave one when I came. I got back about, I don't know, I think it was like 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning. I actually dozed off on the sofa, sitting next to an old Vietnam combat. These Vietnam buddies go to meetings with over there in Kebito, right before Tuba City, at this church is where we used to have the veterans meetings at. Leslie Dell was the leader of it, the whole thing. He put it together for all the veterans. It was wonderful. It was a really good time. I had stopped. I was a little delayed because, I see people, and I had to see my boy Chad. Met his mom for the first time. His brother was there. He's going to help me he's going to help me work on some things I got to get for the truck. There's one thing I got to purchase. I don't know if I really want to get it because I know that I'm probably going to need it. But we had a long discussion. We're going to talk some more later on this evening. I'm just going to stop by there. I'll help him put up this big, because he enclosed all of his place with a 6 foot high, about 6 or 7 foot high, private. He really good. I helped him a little bit, but I'm gonna go over there and help him put the another big piece on. He's got a weld, but you see the thumbnail. Trojan horse. It's all real. Regardless of how we want to be pessimistic and optimistic at the same time, and the worst part of it all, our people have no clue. So many of our people have no clue as to history and what has been done. We know that a lot of them were brought over here as babies and reared to be as ignorant as possible to be against us, as the world. And many of our people, they're crying, they're Haitian, they're Jamaican, they're this, that, and the other. While we got people from those islands, Cameroons and all them, who are with us, walk along with us. We're all brothers and sisters. It doesn't matter. We have brothers and sisters making fun about the Africans' round faces. First of all, they're the original people of Europe. A lot of them are actually our people. That's why I'm reading the books that I'm reading to you. That's why I'm grateful for Kiramio sending me a couple of books, even though I have a plethora of different books and tons of PDFs and information. Just so much over the decades that allude to this fact. But I know it's baby steps. But I'm still seeing, and I have to call it community because people aren't together. It's sickening. And it makes you wonder, did the feds even have to come in, or has everything been laid out to where they know enough melanated people are just going to be blatantly and pure ignorant? That's like, I was grateful. One of my Mexican brother was out there. He's out Navajo Mexican. He's like, yo, man, I'll be watching you. I know if you watch, bro, number love. He says, man, you be hitting it on, man. His great grandma is one of our people. Matter of fact, she was related, I think, the great niece to the first president of Mexico. You see what I'm saying? See, we have this dynamic, and I have nothing against Arabs or anybody, even the Hindustanis. I just don't like the ones who are playing the role, who have that the appreciation, knowing exactly how people got to where they're at. That's like These states and shit, we don't belong to these stuff. This is our soil. We're not owners. That's why they created the nonsense you see now. But the worst part is people don't want to take in, well, they want to blow it out of context about a lot of our ancestors being murdered. And then the ploy played. But what's worse is that we have a lot of dumb Negroes who don't want to listen to anything because they're stuck. They don't know where the original cowboys, the original country singers, everything. The refrigerator, the elevator, the first two motors, reciprocal. Listen, and the world's running around and it's been weaponized because we're dealing with a warlike people. Warlike, but they need you not to become the war that you are. That's why they got these little monkeys running the costume and the underground motherfuckers who are in very good shape, mind you, who put the same costume on and go around and do the things to create further division and hate and discontent and everything else. I don't marginalize dumbasses in Chicago as much as I don't marginalize dumbasses in New York, Mount Vernon, New Jersey, Florida. Every time I was in Florida, Texas, everywhere. But every time I was in Florida, I used to go to Miami, right? To the regattas and stuff like that. And I would look at them people act like there was nothing wrong in the world. All these fucking newcomers, firstborn children, and a lot of the migrants setting themselves up, going to the police department talking about conservative my ass, certain, Republicans my ass. And it was all for a bigger ploy because most of those people have no clue about history, don't know their true identity, and they run around with the mishmash of the new creation. Ain't no police supposed to be getting right behind you, running no goddamn. It don't matter if you got a driver's license or license tag. They ain't supposed to be getting behind you if the motherfuckers knew the law, which they not. They was talking about we're here and breaking the law. No, nigga, you're in here. You're following motherfucking. You're not following the law. See, this is what we incur because the world is full of too many stupid people, and that's everywhere. I know someone going to be watching. Good, dumbasses. Yes, you see harm, you see crime, you see things that harden you, make you cold, and see. If you're working in a state where you have to deal with people and you become hardened and cold, sadistic, majority people anyway, you shouldn't be no longer holding that position. But it's all about the gram. It's all about that fiat. If that means you're weak. Now I ain't talking about the underground motherfuckers because you can hand select. I can go around right now and visit all of you, right? Fly around and visit all of you. And I guarantee you, if I had to hand select who I want to tribe up with, I guarantee you to be about 15% of you. Well, I want to tribe up with everybody, but I can guarantee, because some of you will say this, you'll question that, and it'd be irrelevant because you really don't have a fucking clue. It's not for the know-how. You'll spew stuff because I see it on a regular. I see people sharing the same goofy stuff. Oh, man. And it's not like they're telling the kids, the children, and going to a park and sitting down with their nephews and nieces. It's not, no. For those of you who are, kudos. What I'm saying is a fact. I didn't have a Navajo taco, y'all. I didn't trust that one. No, I've had the food. I just was no GMO beans and shit. No GMO lettuce. No. I was gonna bring back a couple of them to show y'all what it looked like. You can Google and see what they look like. Man, they are so good. But I didn't eat one. I ate some hot peppers because they wanted. He grows the hottest peppers and he can eat the hottest peppers. And you got a big old fat, damn near 320-pound Navajo. Don't know you, right? Oh, is this the guy? This is Red Wolf. I'm like, yeah, a real name. And everybody's quiet because they want me to deal with this knucklehead, right? I said, yeah, a real one. And he just kind of looked. And he says, well, I got some peppers. I bet you can't handle these. I'm looking at this fool like, this nigga don't know that I ate Ghost, hot Carolina Reapers, 3 and 4. Like, this, the pocket, I ate 2 or 3 chips. This idiot don't know. Like, I use Carolina hot Reaper sauce whenever I'm eating breakfast or lunch. Like, from the root of the tutor, bro. So, it's one of them. I says, here we go again. I said, I'm hoping I don't have to go outside and knock this guy out. I'm sitting there saying this is too beautiful time because you have this ignorance. It went well. I ate a couple of the peppers. They was a little spicy. It was nothing. There was like a branded a couple of Scovilles higher than a normal jalapeno, so he did a little something to the soil or whatever. And and he just gave me a big handshake and a hug. You know, I was like, yo, cub, but I'm solid. So he's like, okay, how old are you? I was like, no, it's all good, fam. It's all good. He says, oh, you're honorary Navajo. No, that's what y'all are. But I appreciate it. I consider y'all family, as y'all do I. And they respect that. But don't be dismissive, saying stupid things. You know, we have a lot of people playing parlor tricks because they've been. But the worst part is they've been reared and nurtured in that. How much fighting can you do if you don't know how to raise their conscious or awareness, or if they don't want to listen, you leave them alone. You don't play the dirty dozen. You don't. You just don't do it. I ain't gonna lie, I've done it before. I was been about 6, 7 years ago. I used to be on that mug looking at these people like y'all crazy, but I would hit them with some facts. I never memed a lot because people were memming, man. They be sharing stuff, don't even know what they share. And I'm an art, I got art books. I've got like 30 art books on history. And I'm like, dang, I don't even know what he's sharing. Like, you can go to Alamo Stock, you can go all these different places, you can see all the things. Like all little Indian children standing in a row, all Negroes. All Negro Indian children, like 1880 something. Like, what was it? What was it? 1839. Picture. All Negro little Indian children. No Mongolian. That's not smacking your face, but the truth. But they don't want to see this, but they're not taught this. You know what I'm saying? But we're dealing with a world that you've accepted it. So you put yourself dab in the middle. You have put on the tie or the bow tie, either one. You have put it on and you wear it like an adornment. And you sit there wondering, well, how do I get out of this ticket? How do I get? First of all, you've accepted that you're part of it. You have accepted that is part of what you do. That's like all these people keep talking these laws and stuff. Like, you're dealing with a bunch of idiots and hypocrites who don't know the first thing about anything when it comes to those truths. They've been educated and taught. You know what that means? They have been dumbed down to a position. They really believe that there is something above, and they don't have a friggin' clue. I shared with a pale skin cat, right? I had one of the books of inventions by Negroes, and thank goodness I ain't buy it when it said African Americans. I would have probably burnt the book on a pile. Be like, we'll put this send this in the CNN. The monkeys over there, them punks would have showed it, but I showed him. He's going through it. And he goes, y'all? I says, yes, we invented all that shit, and you haven't even read the first 3 pages. He's going through it. He's jumping through it like, get out. I says, it's hard to believe. Hard to compartmentalize and conceptualize it, huh? Mm-hmm. And his friend's like, told you. And I'm like, there's other ones too. This is just one book out of a plethora. You would be surprised. You know how many of your people have gotten chemotherapy and radiation treatment? That's not what it was meant for. Some will survive, many will die from that alone because it was never meant to treat cancer. Cancer is treated by food. It's facts. Minerals. Upping your minerals because you become deficient. And that's what these damn worthless ass doctors don't tell you when they take your blood. They see these things, but they go right for the solution that they're given. Educated to a certain parameter to work within. You remember, was it 1992 or 93 when all of a sudden our country went corporate? Well, they already was, but people were talking about it, and so now everything was corporation. And I've been saying it for a long time, man. All these things are, and yet this government is controlling everything. It's not what the fuck it's there for. It is to mitigate and make sure things are running smoothly. Reparations. Who the fuck wants reparations? They can never pay for what they've done. See, when I hear people talking about reparations, I say they go to dumb niggas that have been educated and misled by all these fake pastors and everybody else. Because if they had any sense, they knew that they were worth billions or millions. The gold, that little hand paw print, and the other paw print, certificate of life, which you have every right to. But these nasty bastards want to play the dirty dozen with you because none of you are together. That's why I said if I was to go and fly around and drive around everybody, I guarantee you only 15% that I see you face to face, eye to eye, I would be able to know if you're uncomfortable, make you uncomfortable, or see if you're really about it. I wouldn't give a fuck if you was a Fed. Right in your motherfucking face. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. And read you just like I read the fucking animals. You know, it's hard. It's heartache. It's a heartache when you see the children, and you see that they are just full of ambience and light and love, and you see these corporate entities, doctors jabbing the babies. They become so sadistic that they really believe in a lie, knowing good and goddamn well they're not making it. They're not better than the children. They don't know what the fuck they're putting in their arms. I'm not here to get medical advice. I am just stating something based upon the fact, because I've talked to enough fucking doctors who are practicing. Well, we're told what it is and we apply it based on the situation. And it's like those who listen to the media. You know how many people listen to media and they believe in the bullshit? And then you sit there going, are you aware you're missing like 75% of the fucking story, ma'am? Bruh. You know what I'm saying? Dude, are you aware? What are you talking about? If they ain't saying in CNN or Fox, I don't want to hear it. Oh, then fuck it. Enjoy your life. See, we complicate shit. And then even with enemies behind the gate, a lot of these motherfuckers are their worst enemies. And that's the major problem. And how did they become that? Like I said, when you're nurtured and you're broken and you're reconstructed. It doesn't, I mean, it sounds terrible because that usually does, but you know what I'm talking about. When you're putting these systems around all these different so-called adults, 20 on up, teaching, you're dealing with personalities and energy. And so what happens to the children around the other children who are dealing with the same likes, sometimes in different classes with different people? You got that energy, then they got to go back to the home, but they got to mitigate getting back to the home unless you're picking them up. And that's the walk of life that conditions them and puts them in a state where they want to be in the mafia, where they want to be in the Crips or the Bloods or the Vice Lords or the BDs or, you know, the GDs. Or, you know what I'm saying? The Latin Kings. And the guy that created the Latin Kings was a nigga. So this is what I'm saying is like, people don't want to hear these things because it's irrelevant. He probably might be from North America. I'm just saying. It's astonishing when nobody knows how our people get there. Remember I was talking about we always looking at the symptoms, but we're not looking at the main course to how the fuck the meal that. And when you start looking at it, that's when you roast your punch. That's why I have no air, especially when it's Ashkenazis telling me, saying Oscar fucking Nazis. And now there's a certain group of them, I don't even think they're Ashkenazis. I think they're from some fucking where else. I'm dead ass honest. And I put the picture of true African American. People having a hard time with that. I've got pictures of the so-called black Germans. That's the pale skinned lady with the Negroid original German. And I'm sitting here saying to myself, nobody wants to accept it because it's irrelevant to what they're dealing with right now. The miseducation, not just of the Negro, Lauryn Hill, but of everybody. No one's supposed to be having this kind of animosity, envy, zealousness, hatred. Nobody. I watched in a week 1,000 videos of literally uncensored killings, war. Right now, all around. 100 videos every week I watch. I know you're saying, well, how the fuck you? You're not me, okay? We're gonna leave it at that. I gave them too much already. Well, I ain't give them shit, but I'm just saying. And a lot of y'all are not ready. You're nowhere. You're not even 0.001% ready. How would you react? No, I don't advocate violence. I detest it. I looked to the left. I was lying. Okay, listen. How many of you all would be all right around the building and all of a sudden your partner's head blows up right beside you and gets all over you, and then he hits again and his whole body flips in half and his legs laying behind him, and here you are, not sure if you've been hit, and he's like a waffle right in front of you. The stench, you don't know, like you have no idea. But see, this is what I'm saying. None of you, except for those of you who served and you were over there and you got to see some things, I'm not speaking to you. All right. For those of you who've seen it in the streets, because it happened It happens, y'all. Okay? How well did you sleep? See, this is... Again, nobody's really ready. And how do you get ready for that? You know, you can prep and prepare yourself and do everything you can. Now, I've seen a lot of dead bodies. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, and I'm talking about in the civilian world. I hate that word. On the other side of the military, I grew up going in the buildings, dead, bloated bodies. Don't poke it; it'll blow up and be all over you and stank. And how come nobody said anything? The shit's the windows open. There ain't no windows. The place has got a board up, but the back's open. All the crack vials, the krill, what they call them things, krills, or the you know, the little black shit, they go in the pipe thing. You know, those all over the place. You know, people walking around, their fingers all chapped up and like they've been working with sandpaper. You know what I'm saying? And so you see all that stuff back there, like, you know, and them little baggies all over the place, and dope bags, all those, and like Irvington, Low Vietnam. Every week it was 1 or 2 bodies we were walking up on dead, like and most people will be like, is that a skunk? Nigga, I would bathe in skunk juice, which is in most perfumes, or walrus glands or some other things that make perfumes, for those who don't know. Bathe in skunk juice before smell it, and even right now talking about it, I smell it. I smell dead bodies. Like, it's that entwined. Like, I'm talking about bad. Like, the fat, like skin and bones, like the fat is all up, coagulated and gelled up into the floor through the, like, seen that. Babies half eaten by possums and shit. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So can you prepare for, you can't prepare, you can't, there's no way to prepare for that. You know, I remember I used to go to Blockbusters just to see the movies that people would get. I already knew which movie, always documentaries. I was always in the section with documentaries. I wanted to see what truth was out there, what bullshit was halfway. And anybody that knows me would tell you, like, Red back then doing the VHS, if you want to know where Red's at in the library, go where the documentary sections are. History, whatever. Nova, all that stuff, you know what I'm saying? And not everybody's like that. Everybody's got their own cup of tea. You dig what I'm saying? The issue is there's a lot of people who don't have a cup of tea. People are just moving bipedal. They're just, and that's it. I studied, I worked hard for this job. That's what it is. Slaved hard for this, for the lie of this job. And they get in there and become perverse in it. You know, when I was in the military, I used to watch the structure, how people carry themselves in ranks. I was never like that. You know, I was like, yo, bro, we're going to do this together. Hey, man, now I don't want to have to write your ass up, but I will, because now you're out of line. And if you want to go down that road, we're not going to play that, because this is a very dangerous. We work with bombs and missiles and guns, and, you know, we work with a whole, and you're not, you know, you can't be on a nuke team because you're fucked up. You know what I'm saying? You can't go certain places, Tiger Nets. You can't even go out as a one-man team for a whole shop, night and day shift, and work with everybody else where you all can do each other's work. You know, got to pull a mech, need a mech or AD to pull an engine. Here goes this AO right up there to work with them, because I've done it. Sonar or BET, or I've worked with them so I can go help. Laser, flare pod, this, that, and installation, helping read certain things. Not getting into the technical part to troubleshoot, because they have shops for that. But I was able to go out there because not only could I launch aircrafts and set the whole thing up, fuel it, everything else, hover, get it started, I can go in the cockpit and I can do system checks. I do a whole walk around of the aircraft when I was a plane captain supervisor. I had to be a plane captain first in order to become a supervisor very quickly. So when I turned it over to the pilot, he would do his walk around And when he salute, he knew that he was in good hands. He could trust me, just like the parachute rigger, the PR with his equipment, the LOX bottle, liquid oxygen, everything, the AT, the AE, you know what I'm saying, the AD, the AMH, the hydraulics, everybody played a part. But I can work with every one of those shops. There was always one or two of us who would rise above the occasion. That's why I became one of the youngest supervisors and work with everybody. And I went to Top Gun. I was the Top Gun playing captain, ordnance, and CDI, CDL, and you know, collateral duty inspector. Excuse me, CD inspector, and for other shops as well. And that's not tooting the horn. That's because I pushed myself, and at the same time, I'm pushing myself doing all that. Then I went PRP and emergency rec, and I wanted and safety supervisor, and I wanted to do as much. And then my friend made it on SEAL team. He came back after a couple of years. I was at HS5 Night Dippers. I saw him. He was when I was over at HS1 when I left F-18s, and always swimming out and with the manatees we're not supposed to, and the chefing, and I'll drink everybody. All that training, taekwondo, and he went and he came back, and I was like, yo, and I was hard pressed with the sheer guys, swimming, dunk tank, stuff that I wasn't supposed to be doing. But because I would run for an hour and a half, 2 hours on a treadmill, I stopped lifting heavy weights and started doing high repetitions, a lot of chin-ups and pull-ups, and getting myself ready. And then the good old boys, somebody in there in the ignorance, like, we got to get him out of here. This guy is speaking languages, and he's got getting leave time over in certain countries with these girlfriends, and you know what I mean? Everything was meant for it to happen. However it happened. You know? Taking people's, I would do like an 8-hour, you know what I'm saying, post, you know what I'm saying? My duty objective, right? For 8 hours, right? I do it, right? And somebody be like, yo, I got you 8 hours, bro. Go on. A 16. And that's after the 8-hour work. So, and this is who I was. And I would be one out of maybe 3 people out of 500 squad, right? That had to sell back leave days and take 30 to 60 days. You get up to Landy or 120, you had to take leave, and it would just go away. So I would sell 2 months and then take 2 months straight like that. Or sell 3 months, because it was like that through all we always had time off. We go out to sea, we work hard, we come back. I was always busy. There was no reason for me to have to take leave. We had all these holidays and shit. Stand down periods, you know what I'm saying? And then when I was training for the special forces, right, I was like working my ass off for that. Like hard running, heavy bags, ankle weights, practicing holding my arch up all for like a minute and a half, 2 minutes, like doing crazy stuff. One leg weighted kettlebell, or dumbbells at the time. Those kettlebells, but we wasn't doing it. That wasn't the thing. Squats, you know, coming up, just damaged body already, but just adding more to it because I really wanted to go, and I already loved the cold water. So one thing wasn't going to be a problem was cold water. I don't give a fuck if they was hitting me with it all day. 58 degrees, so I'm cool. Now, when you get down to them damn 30s and 20s, now we got an issue. Now, the body can only sustain so much unless you win fucking off, or some of them other guys like him. But I had to be educated in this stuff. But I chose. See, there's a difference when you choose compared to we're sent to elementary and well, kindergarten and all that other shit. And that's where it happens at. And then the family gets you back. And their day was monotonous because of the world, that more symptoms that we got to deal with because of the main root that's got us all messed up. Now I'm talking about the world over. Now I'm talking from a point of what I've seen in the world, and that's based on the 80s and 90s. I haven't been around the world since then. I'm watching people around the world do some marvelous things with the stuff that we've built and created in this country. From people in Vietnam creating and building sports cars and muscle cars out of nothing, to people working on computers and reprogramming and this, that, and writing software and hardware. We still have people doing that here, but I'm saying around the world where there's hardly nothing. I look at how this fake-ass government gave Israel all these billions of trillions of fucking dollars ever since World War II for some fake-ass 6 million of people and died in the Holocaust bullshit when more gypsies and Frenchmen and Russians and died than anything. And Spaniards, when I say gypsies, died in fucking Germany more than anything. Okay? In those concentration camps, they call them. And not all were concentration, they were worker camps, which they're trying to establish over here, which they have some out here. Just waiting for you, motherfuckers. And they gave Japan, what, 1980 something? These fake these fake Indian. See, we got this now. We got this new thing with these dumb niggas. I'm not Indian, motherfucker. Shut the fuck up. It applied to us originally, you stupid monkeys. And if I got to pull out 5 documents to show that Moors visited, that we are not Moors, you retarded motherfuckers. If you is, you are not indigenous to this land based upon the title, because what people think Moors mean it means absolutely nothing, none of it. That's that religious dichotomy based on the fucking 1800s, not some 16, 17 all made up bullshit. Because I'm tired of you goofy niggas with your Moor shit. I look at that motherfucker for the IUIC, that ex-police officer. That motherfucker, when he got his 5031C, that motherfucker was under Islam. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you people? That you can't see these simple little things. Now, I can sit here and just spout off all kind of shit. I'm not here baby steps, right? I'm just not grasping how goddamn FD40 red, yellow, and green they got you fucked up. I mean, like, for real. I don't care what crayon color you want to be. I am like sitting here saying to myself, there's a time I'd have loved to have all y'all in my little chamber. Shit is unbalanced, y'all. It's unbalanced. Only y'all can balance it, man. I'm not going to say that a whole lot more. Only you guys can balance it. I am serious. Look, I came in at 3 o'clock in the morning and I rolled the most fucked up blunt. Well, it's actually pretty good. I took like 4 hits just to make sure I can go to sleep, because when it gets to that late, I've been dozed off a 45-minute power nap and on my old Vietnam half bald headed now with whole brothers. I'm out drooling. Like, I'm out because I'm tired, y'all. No, I ate lasagna. I made my famous lasagna, and they had the breads to make meatball and sausage. So I made them. I didn't eat them. So I made them a bunch of handmade meatball parmesan. I make one of the best. I worked at Philly cheesesteak for 2.5 months. I know the recipe and how to get the extra fermented cheddar and the cheese whiz and how to melt it all together. I know how to make all that shit. So I made about 42 subs. Oh, if I make you a sub, you motherfuckers gonna be like, nigga, you need a store. I'll say you go buy the store and I'll go in there and chef it. 50-50. I'm just saying, see, I love being around people that want to just have a good time. It's not about identities, this, that, and other. The issue is, even on my ancestral soil, it's important that those of you who truly are of this soil, it doesn't mean that you're not because you come from somewhere else. It's that you don't know your genealogy truth as far as history goes. And ergos, why it's so important, because you don't have to stop here. You can check records in other countries. Yeah, for some reason, they changed a lot of things, but there's still history. And as fucked up as that sound, because in order to keep the dynamic of the lie abreast, you got to appraise some things. So some things are still going to be there. Like we're reading about the surnames that I'm sharing. You would think that they're of this land. No. Stolen? Maybe. Well, I'm not saying that to have you de-appreciate it. I want you to appreciate the information, but you might be able to find out more. See, it's always, we always think more as far as like, I want more ammo, I want more guns, I want more cars, I want more homes, I want more. That's a perversion. More information as to ascertain how you really should walk. You would think that the children would want that, but they have been subjugated to that destruction, being nurtured in a falsitude of things, and families, especially broken families. CIA created the drug problem by this fake government, weapon, the military complex. So a lot of children don't have that. The ones that come in here don't have that, and they're fortunate. They have to really be careful, or they have to separate themselves from that until some of those come around. And a lot of it's happening, but it's not as big. You look at those two kids. One was a writer or some kind of, anyway, that one guy survived getting hit on the bike, crashed into a car, and then killed the retired police officer. Mindless and senseless. One thing I can promise you, let's say that police officer, not to add or take away good or bad of him, let's say if he was corrupt, hypothetical. Well, he's retired. And people might say, well, that's karma, what happened? No, that's two stupid ass knucklehead doing that GT. You see these motherfuckers on TikTok? Hello. I'm what in the fuck is wrong? So they killed that man. So 117, little Mexican brother, right? If he's Mexican, but he's going to adult prison if not already there. The other one slapped on the fucking wrist. Now you look at the state they're in. If you know the laws, I looked right at it right now. Hey Eva, I looked at it right away. I didn't turn the notifications off because I'm waiting on my daughter to call. But anyway, now I says, you know what? This is they're using them as a proxy. That shit's happening all the time, y'all. Do you see how this fake ass government, this fake ass media, and I don't have to sit there saying fake. I don't have no parlay with them, so I'm not here to dirty what they already doing themselves. I have no parlay with the motherfuckers. I'm not gonna sit up in their fake ass thing under the goddess Athena. I'm not gonna sit up there with their fake ass magistrates, because the judge and the magistrate are two fucking different things. And these motherfuckers in your local courts are not fucking judges. Easily bought and paid. Hell, they so cocky now, they don't even carry a checkbook no more. Or a card. Until the rest of our people come together, not under some fake ass religion, talking about Million Man March, fucktards, and all the other bullshit to listen somebody run their fucking mouth about nothing, to feel good for a fucking moment. That's never going to solidify anything. That's why you need to stay away from all these motherfuckers. Only motherfucker that had it together, but he was employed too, was that motherfucker that ran for president, talking about not fucking around, and we have a brother who actually worked with him. That was the best and dumbest thing I ever seen in my life, until that sister came in there and with the shotgun and doing what the fuck she was doing. But that was based upon race. The worst fucking thing. Because niggas don't know no better. Now, Negroes on the upper hand, because that is alludes to it being an Indian, no matter where you fucking come from. See, we think we're Indians of this fucking land. No, nobody's ever said this, so I said, let me go ahead and say it. Niggas are Indians in Africa. Niggas are Indians in Hindustan. Niggas are Indians in motherfucking Ethiopia. Niggas are Indians in Europe. And niggas are Indians in Sweden or Finland, or whatever the fuck you want to call it. Deutschland, Australia, fucking South America, Cuba. Niggas are Indians. Yes, Alaska. I've got 3 books that show that the original people of the so-called Inuits were niggas. So there's a big contingency for y'all to reach out and make sure that your youth know this, because they might be enslaved. They must have fucking purpose, because you niggas don't want to do what needs to be done, and I don't need to sit here and proliferate that shit. Weapons of mass destruction, that's y'all motherfuckers. You just haven't come into that reality yet. And trust me, they don't want your ass to come into that. Where the fuck is my charger? They don't want you to come into that reality. No, they don't. So I'm going to go off, and I'm going to sit back and finish this, and I'm going to come back in about 45, 50 minutes, because we got a lot of reading to catch up. I have a life, people. I do have a life. A lot of children. If they can play, I guarantee they're looking right now. Oh, Zach ran up. He's like, I didn't even see him. He ran up to me. Papa gave me big hump. He's with his mama and mama's boyfriend. He didn't even want to let go. I was like, oh, I picked him out, you know. And I was like, well, I gotta go. I gotta go. You know, I'm always buying little treats. I got some things for him. I bought like 3 months ago. I haven't even given to him. I give things that when I'm like last time I gave the Godzilla racetrack thing, like because he's into Hulk, but he still likes Godzilla. I told you he comes over here. He's got his own channel. Like he makes little people that sign on. Everything is Godzilla, Gamera, King Kong. So I buy him the little things that matches because he's autistic, you're right, and a couple of other kids, right? I buy them baseball mitts. They kind of cheap, look $20-$30 worth of bat, and you know, and give it to the parents, you know, and because I want them to be able to enjoy the things that like a lot of us enjoy. It's important, you know what I mean? The hope is within the children. The more I can show my face around them, the more normalizing it is. Because see, in the homes with these four corners, these four walls, enough for your mind to go wild, to run wild. It's a blinding spot. It's like having that horse that all it knows is the muscle, the feeder, and the same things it sees all the time, with a carriage behind it and some goofy duke with a whip, and people sitting in there like they in the fucking pumpkin, motherfucking Cinderella story. What the fuck? I'm serious. You gotta take the blinders off. You see. And so when they're out there, I gotta go out there and see. I gotta let them see. I gotta visit. I gotta stop, knock on the door. How's it going? How's everybody doing? You know what I'm saying? Because I see the tears before the tears come. I mean, it's gonna be a lot of them. And I've actually heard some selfish Negroes talking about, man, I ain't get it good. Fuck that. So why I'm gonna make it good for anybody else? See, that's the motherfucker you need to hit with the fly swatter. You feel me? Seriously. Well, let me get the fuck over here. I'm gonna shut you guys out and come back in about 45-50 minutes or so, and we're gonna read Alien World Order: The Reptilian Plan to Divide and Conquer the Human Race by Lynn Caston. It should be pretty interesting. I think y'all like it, and then we'll pick back up with others and follow on. Don't worry, we're still gonna be reading. That's why I'm putting in charge. We're gonna read some of that today, the Algonquin's Finding of the Earth and all that. Okay, but donations. We see, I told y'all 5. I ordered several books. All right, so I only put the 2 that I found most important for me right now to read to you, motherfuckers. So them right there, it's like, you know what I mean. But because I want to get into Anastasia, I got to. No way around it. You motherfuckers gonna be like, nigga. I'm gonna have to have like 2 hours a day for that motherfucker just alone. Where y'all like, hey, but we still got $750 worth of books that y'all know about, I've spoke about before, that I haven't even touched. I haven't even purchased none of it. I haven't even bought none of those fucking books. Prices are fluctuating like the gas, but it is what it is. But so I've been sidestepping those to get these other books and stuff like that, which I've shared quite a few, and some I just pull out my ass every once in a while, like it is. Like this one. When I ordered this, I was like, I ain't gonna read this to these motherfuckers. Well, y'all helped me buy it, so I was like, I was saving it. But I'm gonna read it. I read a little bit, just promo, you know what I'm saying? But we're gonna get into it. Okay. But and there's a whole bunch more. I think when it's over there, you can see some books. You can't see all my books. I'm not. I really should have a bookshelf, but I'm thinking about selling everything. Not my books, but selling everything else. On the res, you know, a lot of people in Mohawks don't have TVs, no internet. I didn't have no signal. I didn't have no signal. I thought the phone was on. Man, can y'all get us what you call a link? And You know what I'm saying? Like, goddamn, Starlink, could y'all get one of them motherfuckers? Alicia, but they have landline. Don't even start that. Listen, people, like, and then they got that phone that do work on a reservation. This is Sprint. They got that motherfucker they get over there in Tuba City. Y'all know what I'm talking about? Where you pay electric. We used to pay our electric bill, and gas, right there. Well, electric bill, the gas was electric gas bill, and then the phones right there. So that work for the reservation. Some weird shit. Don't even fucking ask me. If you don't know, you don't know. So there you go. At least out there in Red Lake. And where I was at, we was way out there. Like for real. And it didn't work where we was at. So my Metro PCS, when I had it, it worked. For some reason, this one don't work, and Apples don't work. You can see the kids playing games on Apple phones because ain't nobody calling. But let me shut you guys up and get the fuck off of here. I keep going, you know me. Had a good night. I'm tired. I ain't gonna lie. I'm pretty tired. I didn't even make the quinoa because I went out to the park. I forgot all about it. Quinoa and jackfruit. I'll make it today. I might just do a video and upload it, but it's real simple. Yeah, a lot of things going on, man, and the enemy within, bro. I mean, the shit is real. You see what I'm saying? It's real. You know what I'm saying? And the world's full of stupid people. There's nothing you can do about it. The world is full of very, very stupid people. There's no way around it. You dig what I'm saying? Thank you, baby girl. Let me shut you guys out, and I'm gonna go ahead and shut it down. 51 minutes. Rondo, what's going on, beloved? I didn't know if y'all got it and everything. Sorry about the witch call. Hey, what's up, Westside? What's going on, baby? I'm sorry about the witch call because we're supposed to have a phone call. I couldn't even call out. I came here, and when I got to the internet, that long ass drive I got because it's 45 minutes to Tuba City, and then it's another 30 minutes to Red Lake where I had to go, and then off the road it's another 15 minutes riding them goddamn. I'd rather ride a horse back there, a goddamn a goat. But getting to the Hogan. It's a big ass Hogan too, y'all. It's not one of them little fucking yurts. It's a big Hogan, and we shoot out there. But anyway, yeah, please, nobody can hear us. We go out there in the mountain. That's the only time I take my fools out. But anyway, I got back here and the phone. Like, what the fuck is that? And I had a phone call. I was like, what the fuck? Oh my goodness. I look at the time. How is it just coming through? It made absolutely no sense. I don't know what they all up in the system. So anywho, yeah, she's crazy. So we'll have that little meeting and everything a little later. Hopefully. Snoo, what's up, baby? Alicia and Cooper, what's up, beloved? What's going on? Mr. C, yes. Oh damn, it said retry. Okay. It just went off. Hey, what's going on, Bulletproof Clan? What's going on? I'm just talking about shit I like to read, though, really, honestly. Herbo, what's up, beloved? Turnt Penis, what's going on? Ken Folk, what's happening? Hi, beloved, what's happening? Wild Indian, whoa, what's going on? What's up, beloved? T. Hines, all right, Citinelli. What's happening, Nofkeys? Hey, APJR, what's going on? Chucky, hey, how's it going, man? What's up, beloved? What's happening? Hey, AAA, like, what's the crack? What's going on, beloved? What's happening? It's good to have people speaking. I like this, we'll chat. You know what I'm saying? It's comfortable. We're gonna get. When I read that though, I'm not gonna say. I'm just gonna read it as it is. It don't matter what's wrong or right. What you are more knowledgeable now than anything. So I'm just gonna read that as is. If I come across a couple of places where there's some punctuations fucked up, we'll correct it. We'll literally correct it in this book as I'm reading it. Okay. Excuse me. Yeah, don't get bothered by it, baby. I just hit them from the channel. It's all right. But anyway, I appreciate y'all, my beloved sisters, and those who come in later, those who come in and watch to get some information. Don't say nothing. I appreciate it. It's no problem. You can go back and get the videos. You can download them and do what you want with them, even for content. I am saying it right here. If you want to monetize or use some information, splice some things, stitch, go right ahead. A lot of readings I'm going to be doing here, because because I'm kind of used to doing it when I'm reading now. When I'm reading, I actually don't read. I don't have to reinterpret. I'm going to do that with you, and it's up to you. Not getting emotional and feelings. Listen to the reading, and then you be constructive as far as the narrative. But you do the research. Remember, I'm always saying I'm going to read the book to you. If you want to purchase the book, read on your own time. Wonderful. If you want to do further research and you want to build upon it, wonderful. That's what we're supposed to be doing, you know. But it's not always the case. You dig what I'm saying? And I appreciate it. Still, donations are still going to be used. And the moment I get right numbers in, I'll start purchasing the other books that should have purchased a long time ago, but we've been purchasing a lot of other books, which I've been sharing with you. All right, so I appreciate you guys coming in. It's nothing but mad love. I'm not going to down the party right now because we got a lot to do. All right. Rondo 100 club, 100 band club. That's what I'm talking about, brother. Anyway, see y'all here shortly, about 45, 50 minutes.